What was your favorite part about coaching Jamal Williams the last couple of years?
Probably one of the things that everybody said about him, just his energy, that he brings to it, his professionalism. From day one, you can tell he was already a pro. So but his energy, you see it a lot on the field, but when we're in the classroom or off the field, I mean, he's just very mild mannered. The way he goes about it. So he's definitely one of my favorites.
So if his energy level's at a 10 on game days generally, what do you think he'll be on Monday?
Oh man,
Like 14?
Yeah, if there's a way to ramp it up, I'm sure he'll do that. He'll probably be a combination of the feelings that he has now out in Detroit combined with what he had here in Green Bay, all combined into one. So I'm sure he'll be all over the place.
Ben, one thing I always wanted to ask you, but I didn't want Packer fandom getting on me about jinxing him, was the fact that he went all 4 years here without fumbling once. I think it was 700 touches, something crazy like that. Was there something either technically, fundamentally, or just the way he ran that allowed him to have that run here for the past 5 years?
I think part of it is there's we always talk about 5 points of pressure, or some people have 3 points of pressure, but there's another element to it, which is like your attitude, with the ball in your hands and understanding that, the ball can't come out, and I think, that added to all the mechanics, that you use in carrying the ball is why he didn't never fumbled the ball. I mean, I don't think he could imagine himself, putting the ball on the ground from a mental standpoint. So I think that was as big a part of it as anything.
No, it wasn't the biggest sample size, but just what'd you think of how AJ ran the ball on Sunday and just what he gave you guys there? I know he had
I thought he was pretty physical, on his finishes. He's been having a really good week of practice. Once again, I just continue to expect big things out of him now that he's got that part of it down in terms of being the the number 2 guy. So I mean, I was pretty pleased with what I saw, but also knowing, understanding that he still has a lot more to give.
And what do you say to your guys, when they only get, 13, 14 carries and a couple of balls thrown?
Well, just, you say to them even before the game even starts or building up to the week. I mean, I understand we have a plan going into the game, and they see the game plan, and see what features them, and, the amount of runs and carries, that should take place in the game situation. But it's like I tell them, I said, there's always things that you can't control, and all you can do is, our big theme this week was to basically recalculate. I think I even did a deal, a YouTube deal where I had a GPS up there that where the driver went the wrong way and the system said recalibrating or recalculating. And I said, that's what we got to do. So every week, no matter if you have, you get 20 carries, a piece, or you get 5 carries a piece. Every week is a different week in this league, so you just got to prepare for that.
With Kylan, the way he finished camp, and then also to get some of those carries in the fourth quarter, what did you see from him from when you first got your hands on him in the spring to where he's at now as the number 3 guy?
Well, we talked about that. I mean, obviously you saw a lot, make a lot of explosive plays in the preseason. Didn't make as many, on Sunday. We talked about, I felt like he had some opportunities that he could have made some more things happen. So expecting more out of him, as we talked about that, this week. And plus, I think a back like him sometimes has to get into a good rhythm. And once you feel that rhythm, you can just go ahead and just unleash, all of your abilities. And, he just has to, be able to do that and understand as the number 3 running back that you have to be able to turn that part of it on, even if you aren't in that type of rhythm. But I think he's going to be fine. He shows some good signs of doing some good things, and some things that I know that he can do a lot better, and he knows that too.
Anything else, guys? All set?
Well,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Eric, I got one.
Go ahead, Sarah. Go ahead, Super Coach.
Silverstein.
Hey, Ben, just the style in which AJ Dillon runs, is it easier to get him going early on just because of the physical style than it is a guy who's maybe picking his holes and, you know, sort of waiting for things, you know, getting a ladder going?
Yeah, man, I think, you know, anytime you're dealing with a back like him, I guess it can work either way. I mean, whether he gets going early or get going late, you definitely want to get him some carries early. I mean, sometimes when you have a back like that and when you're playing a couple of backs and when the defense starts to wear down a little bit and then you throw a big back like him in there, I mean, you know, the way he'll finish runs, you know, he'll be very productive and can help you a lot more. But, you know, with him, you know, if he gets carries early, I think that always helps. That helps any running back in terms of getting going and getting going early.